Hi, everybody. Dan Illman here, taking a look at the DRF race of the day for Wednesday, January the 22nd. It's race number 5 at Tampa Bay Downs. We're kicking off a 50-cent pick 5 with a nice optional claiming race for fillies and mares going a mile on the turf. It's Pegasus World Cup week, and DRF is going to have you covered. After the draw, Pegasus handicapping packages will be available. Formulator past performances, Timeform US past performances, enhanced entries, picks, and more. Learn more at drf.com/Pegasus. Let's take a look at the field for the Wednesday race of the day. And remember, you can download free Formulator past performances on the race of the day event page at drf.com. Access them, handicap along with me. Your morning line favorite is the number 5, Layla Noor. Graded stakes placed on dirt, stakes placed on turf, coming back off a little bit of a layoff. We'll begin with the Timeform US pace projector for this race, and Timeform US doesn't believe the pace of this race will be very fast. You'll note it's a blue bar scenario, and the number 4, Rosebud's Hope, might be able to get to the early lead. Now, she pulls very hard in the early portion of her races, so it's up to the jockey to get her to settle down and relax, or else she could become a runoff, and that blue bar situation, well, it can turn into a fair pace or even a fast one. Let's start the analysis with the number 1, Crashing Connie. This horse has tried turf twice in her career, and she hasn't run particularly well on the surface just yet. Her best asset, as you see on the pace projector, is her tactical speed. She can get close to the pace. If it is truly a blue bar scenario on the racetrack on Wednesday, maybe it will benefit Crashing Connie, who is stretching out off a dirt sprint. That should help her get close to the pace. But her race 2 starts back on the turf against similar company. She was a long shot against Rosebud's Hope, and she finished well behind. She obviously has to improve. The number 2 is Classy Woman, and something tells me that Classy Woman, the number 2, is going to be a lot closer to the pace than the pace projector has her. Take a look at her past performances, and you'll note that last winter at Tampa Bay Downs, they liked to use her speed, especially when jockey Jose Ferrer was aboard. They wanted to use her speed. She was able to blast out to the lead, and she ran some nice races at Tampa Bay Downs on the front end. She did not do much running in her most recent race. Her first start off a little bit of a layoff. I think the connections are going to try to mix things up. I think with Ferrer back aboard, they're going to try to show some speed, and maybe Classy Woman can get close in her second start of the form cycle, maybe quickening this pace up just a little bit. The number 3, Primella, interesting in that she was purchased for only $8,000 at the Keeneland November sale last fall. Primella is a filly that ran in some graded stakes races in France to begin her career. She's only raced twice in North America, and just in against way better horses than the ones she's going to be facing on Wednesday. First in the Here Comes the Bride Stakes at Gulfstream last winter, she was caught behind a slow pace. She rallied with some interest in between horses, and then last time out during the Keeneland Spring Meet in the Appalachian, she was bumped very hard coming out of the gate, and then she finished evenly when switched to the far outside. Now she's going to have to deal with a very long layoff. I really don't love the fact that they only bought her for $8,000, but they're dangling her in for $32 here. She's going to have to show a little bit more pace, especially if the pace is expected to be slow up front. Primella can fit with these horses with a late kick. It'll be interesting to see what we get off of the layoff. Rosebud's Hope is the number 4. Timeform US believes she can make the lead. I thought she ran okay 2 starts back when earning an 80 buyer speed figure at this class level. She saved ground, but as always, she pulled hard, and her jockey was forced to move early to confront the pace setter on the back stretch. She took over the lead turning into the stretch, and she finished a game second. Last time out, similar situation. Again, in the pocket, in a good position, but the jock couldn't hold her. She pulled again into an early duel, and that time she paid the price. She has recency over her main competition. On her best race, she fits with these horses. I'm just not sure I completely trust her because she can be her own worst enemy at times. The morning line favorite is the number 5, Layla Noor, coming off a dirt stakes race at Laurel, the 38 Go-Go. But we'll go back to her most recent turf start at Kentucky Downs in the Ramsey Farm Stakes. She was up and on the pace throughout. She's taking over the lead as the number 12 in this race, And note the quick burst of speed that she shows to take a clear advantage at about the 3/16 pole. Now, this long stretch of Kentucky Downs might have worked against her just a little bit. She gets tired, but she was in against some really nice horses. The winner of this race, Gentle Ruler, coming back to win the Grade 3 Dowager during the Keeneland Fall Meet with a 92 Beyer speed figure. Layla Noor's last two races on dirt, okay. She certainly fits from a class standpoint. Distance, well, that's a bit of a question mark. Perhaps she's more effective at slightly longer distances, but if this pace heats up just a little bit, I think Layla Noor will come with a run, and perhaps her class will tell. I'm a little bit concerned that I didn't rate the number 6 Barrel of Destiny just a little bit higher in my selections, because Barrel of Destiny always seems to do good work over the winter at Tampa Bay Downs, and I believe her most recent race in New York against fellow New York breds, I think that was just a prep race for trainer George Weaver. Last early down towards the inside and completely outsprinted in some severe traffic from about the quarter pole all the way down to the 16th pole. Barrel of Destiny was actually showing a little bit of late kick. And in her second start of the form cycle, getting back to arguably her favorite track at Tampa Bay Downs, she's interesting. She catches a tough field for this class level, however, and the expected slow to moderate pace might work against her, but this might be the price and value play of your Wednesday race of the day. Joy Nidera is a Group 2 winner in her native Argentina. She found a very tough spot for her North American debut. Consider that she ran in the My Charmer Stakes at Gulfstream in her first race in over a year, and she found a really nice graded stakes type named Mitchell Road who controlled a slow pace on the front end. Joy Nidera really had no chance. She can build off of that race for trainer Nacho Correas, another mare that needs to prove that she can stay close to the pace. But I think she's a little bit better than what she showed last time out. She has plenty of excuses, and she gets class relief. Completing this field is the number 8, West LA Girl, a horse that's done some good work over the synthetic going at Woodbine, but is 0 for 5 lifetime on turf. She's going out for trainer Mark Cassie, and last time out, she just never really got involved, going a distance that I think is a little short for her, 6 furlongs. And it's worth noting that one of the also rans in that race, the 9th place finisher, came back to win on turf at Gulfstream in a 62.5 optional claimer with an 86 Beyer speed figure. To me, West LA Girl looks like a closing synthetic sprinter, and now she's going to have to go 2 turns on the turf. Perhaps she drips a little bit off that 7-2, but you get the leading rider in Antonio Gallardo. We take a look at my top pick for the Wednesday race of the day. I just think Layla Noor's the horse to beat. She's run against better horses. Arnaud de la Course certainly knows how to get one ready going dirt to turf, and she looks like the most talented runner in this race. She'll be my top pick. You see the numbers on the screen, kicking off the 50-cent pick 5. It's Tampa Bay Downs, race number 5 on Wednesday. Approximate post time 2:29 Eastern. Good luck.